Most people heading into 2026 are asking the wrong question. They're asking, is the Red Deer market going up or down? But that's not the decision-making question. The real question is, how should you think about this market so you don't overpay, underprice, or hesitate at the wrong time? In the next few minutes, I'm going to show you what the numbers actually say, where leverage exists and where it doesn't, and how disciplined buyers and sellers are navigating 2026. Okay, so here's where things are currently sitting. The Red Deer market is not overheated and it's not crashing. Inventory is sitting around 2 to 2.5 months of supply. That's technically keeping Red Deer in a seller-leaning territory. Days on market are roughly 45 to 60 days. Sale to list ratio are holding around 97 to 98%. So homes are selling, but they're not selling emotionally. They're selling thoughtfully. This is what I call a disciplined market. And that distinction matters because disciplined markets reward preparation, not speed. Under 3 months of supply means inventory is still tight, but leverage is no longer automatic. In the detached market, under about 4 to 450,000, inventory is critically low. Move-in ready homes in that range, yeah, they're moving very quickly. We saw this recently. A properly priced detached home under 400,000 had strong showing activity and sold fast. But a similar property that tested the market $20,000 too high, they sat and they reduced within 30 days. That's the pattern. Buyers are disciplined, they're payment aware, they're running the numbers, and they're comparing their options. They're also more than comfortable walking away if the value just isn't there. So what does that mean? Well, priced homes are moving. Overpriced properties are creating a drag. The leverage hasn't disappeared, it's just becoming more selective. Here's where most people oversimplify. They say the market is strong, but strong where? Starter detached homes, they're still very competitive. They're still supported by affordability pressure. Move up homes from 450 to 650 range, they're more balanced. Buyers are negotiating. Luxury and acreages, there's a lot more inventory, longer absorption, and greater negotiating windows. Those are three very different realities. And if you don't know which lane you're in, you can misprice your home or misjudge your leverage. That's why broad headlines or media, they don't help at all. The market is not one story, it is several. And your strategy depends on where you sit. If you're planning a move this year, do you know which segment you're actually in? Because that answer changes everything. The most important shift in 2026 is not numerical, it's behavioral. Interest rates have stabilized. They're not spiking from month to month anymore. Stability creates predictability. Predictability builds confidence. But buyers are now way more payment sensitive. They're stress testing affordability, factoring in insurance, looking at long-term costs, not just the purchase price. Conditional offers are normal again. Home inspections are standard, and that's healthy. The frenzy years rewarded speed. 2026 rewards clarity. And for sellers, the first 30 days on the market matter more than ever because that's when you have the peak attention. Miss that window with the wrong price, and that shifts your leverage to the buyer right away. That's the discipline of this market. Tight supply, segmented behavior, disciplined buyer. That's 2026. Instead of predicting, I watch signals. Here's what would make me reassess. Inventory consistently above 4 months, sale to list ratios under 95%, days on market pushing over 70 days, spring inventory surging faster than sales, and luxury inventory building faster than absorption. If we see those consistently, then strategy will shift. But right now, we're tight, we're measured, we're stable, we're not overheated, we're not collapsing, we're just disciplined. So how should you think about 2026? Not as a gamble, not as a bubble, and not as a crash cycle. Think of it as this: a disciplined market with low inventory, segmented strength, and value-aware buyers. So if you're a buyer, target value, negotiate intelligently, and don't chase emotion. And if you're a seller, price correctly from day one. Respect the first 30 days and prepare strategically. 2026 does not reward urgency. It rewards clarity and preparation. If you're planning a move in the next 90 days and you want to understand where your home fits in this market and what your leverage actually looks like, I've linked my home value analysis below. And if you're relocating to Central Alberta, you can fill out your info and I'm happy to send you our full relocation guide. There's no pressure at all, just data and information. I'm Amanda Blake, and in 2026, clarity beats speculation. I'll see you in the next video.